Hello everyone, welcome to Barakpur Senate Public School. Hi, I am Momita Gozbestidar going to explain in detail about circulatory system. Do you know what is circulatory system? In all living organisms, whether they are unicellular or multicellular, a transport system is required for transportation of nutrients, oxygen and other products within the body. The system of organs and tissues, including the heart, blood and blood vessels, involved in the circulating blood through the body. There are two types of liquids that move through the circulatory system are blood and the lymph. Blood circulatory system and the lymphatic system. Blood circulatory system consists of blood, blood vessels and heart, whereas lymph nodes and lymph vessels are involved in lymphatic system. Blood is a red colored liquid that connects the different body parts and also maintains continuity within the body. It comprises of a complex mixture of plasma and blood cells. Plasma constitutes 55% of total blood, whereas blood cells are 45% of total blood. Plasma, about 90% is water and the remaining 10% constitute the dissolved substances such as amino acids, nutrients, nitrogenous waste, electrolytes, various gases and proteins. There are different kinds of proteins are present in plasma like albumin, fibrinogen, globulin. And in formed elements, there are three types of cells are here: erythrocytes, leukocytes and platelets. Leukocytes are also again two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are three types: neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils. Agranulocytes two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. In the early 19th, an Australian scientist, Karl Landsteiner, developed the ABO system of blood groups on the basis of absence and presence of antigens and antibodies on the surface of blood cells. According to this system, human blood is divided into four groups: A, B, AB and O. There are two antibodies A and B associated with antigens A and B. Antigens are proteins present on the surface of RBCs, while antibodies are present in the blood plasma. Both antigens and antibodies work against each other. From the table, we understand the people with blood group AB can receive any blood group because of the absence of clumping. For this reason, person with blood group AB is called universal recipient. A person with blood group O is called a universal donor because his red blood cells have no antigens. The human heart is a muscular organ which is somewhat conical in shape. It is located between the two lungs in the thoracic cavity. An adult human heart is about 12 cm in length and 9 cm in breadth. It is equal to the size of your fist. The average weight of the heart is about 350 gram in males and 300 gram in females. Do you know how many chambers of the heart? The human heart is a four-chambered organ divided by septa into two equal halves, the right half and the left half. Each half is further divided into two chambers. The upper small sized chambers are called auricles or atrium, and the lower large sized chambers are called ventricles. Auricles act as receiving chambers for blood coming from outside of the heart. They are further divided into right atrium and the left atrium. Ventricles, they act as discharging chambers for blood, so they are connected to the arteries that carry blood away from the heart, and they are further divided into left ventricles and right ventricles. Now I will explain how blood flows through the heart. In the heart, due to the presence of valves, the blood flows unidirectionally. The right auricle receives impure or deoxygenated blood through two large veins, superior vena cava from the anterior part of the body and through inferior vena cava from the posterior part of the body. Then the blood is forced by arterial contraction through the tricuspid valve and moved into the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood into the pulmonary artery and then the two lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is exchanged with the oxygen and the blood becomes oxygenated. This oxygenated blood is brought to the left auricle by the pulmonary vein. From there, it passes through the mitral valve to the left ventricle. Then, due to the ventricular contraction, the oxygenated blood pumped into the aorta, the largest blood vessel of the body. From the aorta, blood flows through arteries to all parts of the body. In humans, there are different kinds of circulation of blood. Systemic circulation. This type of circulation includes the movement of oxygenated blood from the heart towards the body parts and return of deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Next, pulmonary circulation. This type of circulation, artery carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs where it releases carbon dioxide and absorbs oxygen. The oxygenated blood from the lungs returns to the heart through the two pulmonary veins. Coronary circulation. From the heart, oxygenated blood moves to the coronary artery, and from the coronary artery it moves to the heart's wall, and from the heart's wall it again moves back to the coronary vein, and from the coronary vein it comes back again to the heart. And what about portal circulation? Oxygenated blood moves to the intestine, and from the intestine the hepatic portal vein comes back to the liver, and from the liver deoxygenated blood again moves back to the heart. Lymphatic system. What is lymph? Lymph is an alkaline fluid that originates as interstitial fluid in our body and flows in the interstitial spaces between and around the tissues and cells of multicellular animals, including human beings. The lymphatic system comprises a colorless fluid called lymph, a network of lymphatic vessels, and the lymph nodes. How the lymphatic circulation occurs? The lymphatic system is a network of thin vessels that branch like blood vessels into tissues throughout the body. It is a one-way system. which carries cells and fluid back to the blood system. Lymphatic fluid gathers from the tissues and enters the valved lymphatic ducts. It is the valves which make sure the lymph flows the right way. This fluid is then transported to progressively larger lymphatic vessels. Culminating in the right lymphatic duct, these ducts drain into the circulatory system. Thank you everyone for watching this video.